Hello, everyone. Welcome on back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. Guess to give you guys a little bit of an explanation, life's just been kind of getting in the way. Unfortunately, with work, I've been putting in close to 50 hours a week, and I've also have been doing some side hustle things to make ends meet. As you guys know, and I know a lot of people are kind of struggling right now. I know the economy's been tough, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to make videos or do content, but I'm trying to get back into it again. I really do enjoy doing this, and it's something I want to spend more time doing. So I appreciate you guys bearing with me and continuing to support the channel. Along that note, we did manage to hit 900 subscribers over the last couple months here while I've been away. So I am going to do a giveaway at the end of this video. I'll go over all of the stuff that's going to be in that giveaway. As always, you guys just have to be subscribed to the channel, like and share the video, leave a comment down below. And this coming Friday, the 21st of August, I will select one of those comments at random to be the winner for the prize. I know it's a little bit quicker than what we've done before in the past. That's because I'm going to be leaving this next week, going back up to Minnesota for another trip. I've still got some content to put out for you guys from this last trip that I went in the end of May, beginning of June. So I'm going to get those videos uploaded later, starting to get those uploaded later this week, over the next couple weeks for you guys as well, and continue to start to work on more content. So again, thank you for your patience. I really appreciate it. Life's just kind of been getting in the way, if you will, but I do really want to get back on the horse and continue to grow this channel and make this content. Fishing is definitely where I'm able to find, my peace and my joy. And it's something that I need to continue to be able to have in my life. I just got to figure out, the balance of making everything else work with that as well. So I appreciate your guys' patience with me while I work through that. So today, a couple things I want to get into. Couple new baits I want to show you guys. I'm going to be taking up to Minnesota and testing out, and then I want to get into the last couple months monster bass bags here and kind of break down some of what we got going on there. It's going to be some stuff I'll be taking with me on my trip as well, and testing out and showing you guys too. First off, let's get into the new baits here. Got two new depth charge from Monsterbass. This is the 19 millimeter quickie style baits. Not my first experience with the quickie style. I had tried some smaller versions from an off brand. Tried those on a drop shot. Didn't see much success with those, so I wanted to give them another try with something in this little bit larger, more easily castable size. So we're going to be pairing those up with. I think there's a lot of different ways you can rig these. Probably going to be pairing these up with like a small nail weight and some treble hooks, something like these number 6 trebles here from Berkeley. I think you could probably, you know, comparing side by side with that size, I think you could probably even step that up to like a number 4 treble as well. So stay tuned as we get into breaking these down. I got two colors here. I've got this Morning Dawn and this other one they call Green Machine. Got a little bit of blue flake in there. I'm not sure if you can see that. And then you got your pink Morning Dawn color. This one's definitely hard to beat. Okay. Getting into the Monster Bass subscriptions for the last couple months here. I'm going to start with, I believe this is the month of June here. We've got some 4-inch G-Rat baits. I call this the Rocker or Rocker Shad. Kind of a split tail minnow. You could put this on a drop shot. You could throw this like a fluke. Call this color Smoke Shad. Kind of that transparent smoke color. Got some silver and blue flake. Hopefully that's coming through well on the camera for you guys. It's a 4-inch bait. This is a TPE material. So definitely want to keep these in the original packaging. Don't want to mix those with your plastisol baits. But nice little fluke style bait there. I see a lot of different ways that we could rig that. These are scented. I'm not sure exactly what the scent is. Let me see if I can. I'm a little congested right now, so it's kind of hard to tell. It's definitely a more subtle scent. It's not like a big pungent power bait or something like that. But we'll definitely give those a whirl. I can definitely see those getting bit. Next up, from Monsterbass, we've got the Buzzsaw, new buzz bait from Monsterbass. I have a little bit of experience with this bait. I did test this out a little bit on my last trip to Minnesota. I don't think I had the right line set up on this, so I was having a little trouble getting it to run true, but I think that was a user error issue. So I am going to try this. I've got a couple different colors. This is a white with white and silver blade. I've got one that's kind of got a little bit more black and gray in there as well. And I think it's got it might be a silver blade as well. Can't remember if it's a gold blade or a silver blade, but a couple shad type colors there. These weigh half an ounce. Great top water. It's got a 4/0 Mustad hook built into it. It's also got, let me pull this out so you guys can see. It's got this additional knocker on here as well. So not only are you going to have the plop from the prop, you get some holes in that blade to create a little bit of a bubble trail, but it's also going to knock against that knocker there as it comes along. It is a pretty loud buzz bait, which I do like. Nice hand-tied skirt there, so that's not going to fall apart like with those cheap rubber bands. Nice hand-tied skirt. And I think as long as you can get this thing to run true, which I would recommend putting this on something with fluorocarbon versus the braid I was using on that last reel. It's just what I had with me, but I think the braid was kind of interfering with the way that uh, the buzz bait was running. So I would recommend throwing this on fluorocarbon, probably at least 12 pound, 12 to 15 pounds, somewhere in that range. You're definitely gonna want to throw this on a higher speed reel, probably something like a 7.5, even like an 8.1 speed, which is what I'll be using as well. You definitely want to burn this, get this thing going fast, make that commotion to throw in that bite. All right, next up from Bass Mooch, we have a Flow Worm 7 in watermelon red. I'm assuming this is 7 because it's probably a 7-inch. Yeah, kind of finesse style worm. This is an 8-pack. Looks like it's maybe got some sort of a scent or something. I see some liquidy kind of stuff in there, so maybe it's got some kind of oil or scent on those. So I'm not going to open those right now because I don't want to make a mess, but we'll give those a shot. I think these will. Watermelon red is just a classic tried and true color. Should work pretty much anywhere in the country. We'll definitely be giving those a try. Next up, from Grande Bass, we have the 5.25-inch airtail stick. One of the probably one of the better worms out of the whole lineup that Grande Bass has, in my opinion. A lot of ways you can fish this: Texas rig, shaky head. Uh, the advantage with this is you've got that airtail, kind of that bulbous tail there at the end. It's going to kind of float up off the bottom and give it some secondary action. This is a 7-pack here in that Morning Dawn. Again, that's one of my favorite colorways. Can't go wrong with Morning Dawn. We've got an additional accessory in here to pair with these worms as well. I have bought some of these a while back and have not put them to use yet, but we're definitely going to be pairing these up with the airtail sticks. This is the airtail rattles, little glass bead with some small BBs inside. Going to help give it a little bit of extra noise. Let me pull out this worm so you guys can see at the end of this worm, there's a little bit of a hole with that airtail. You can take these little glass beads. Hopefully you can Hear that in the mic. And you can kind of shove that down inside in that pocket. And it's going to give it just a little bit of additional noise as that bumps off of, rocks or timber, or, as that kind of floats down. Just give it a little bit more for the fish to key on to. So airtail rattles, airtail stick, great pairing there. All right. Getting down the last couple items in the bag for June. Also from Grande Bass, we've got the Roughneck football jig. I do like a football jig. Aside from a swim jig, it's one of my favorite jigs to throw. It's got a nice hand-tied skirt, super sticky Japanese hook. This is a black and blue color. This one's coming in at a half an ounce. Nice stout weed guard on these. Nice line tie, straight line tie. I'll go ahead and pop this open. So I'm going to show you guys. I know we've talked about these before on the channel, but one of the cool little features that we have on this, on the head of the bait, not only does it have your weight stamped right there on the side, which we like. Again, that nice hand-tied skirt. I like that it's got that mix of that lighter blue and that medium blue in there as well. But not only do we have some blue painted on the head, we've got this rough surface here on the bottom. That's just going to create a little bit more sound under the water as that scrapes across, rocks or comes over timber, things like that. Again, just to give it a little bit more something to attract the fish there. So nice added feature, nice premium jig, nice stout, super sharp hook. And then last up here from First Contact Tungsten, we've got some weighted wacky hooks here. You could pair those up with either of those worms. This is a 2-aught mustad hook, 3/16 ounce head. These do have a small little wire weed guard on those as well. 2-pack of those. So we can definitely rig those up wacky style as well and give those a shot. Last but certainly not least, of course, we got our guidebook giving us all the tips and tricks we need for rigging, how and where to throw all these baits. So that was the Monsterbass bag for the month of June. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. What was your favorite bait? What would you tie on first and give a throw out of all of these? All right, before I get into the Monsterbass bag here for the month of July, I do want to talk about that giveaway again for you guys. I've got a few baits here, kind of a nice balance for everything around this time of year. So first off, we got one of my favorite topwater frogs, Z-Man Leapfrogs. This is in the Black Knight color. Really hard to beat black or white in any topwater. This is the 2.25 size, so it's a nice compact size. Really, fish of all size should have, no problem getting that into their mouth. Very soft and supple with very sharp hooks. I think just straight out of the package, it's one of the best frogs on the market. So I want to give you guys that from Z-Man. Also got the Strike King Thunder Cricket here and Green Pumpkin. I believe this one is a half-ounce bladed jig here. This one does feature the owner jungle hook on here. This is a little bit heavier duty hook style, a little bit heavier cover. That should work out great. A trailer that you can pair with that here. I've got some of the Exo Swim 4-inch paddle tails. This is in the Lab Magic color. Nice kind of baby bass type color, pearl bottom, green pumpkin, green flake top. From Yamamoto Baits, we've got the 3-inch Yamasenko. This is in Green Pumpkin Magic. So green pumpkin with some gold and silver flake there. You can Ned rig that. You can throw it on a little mini wacky rig. We got a 3-pack of sandbar 3/0 EWG hooks. Got the Bass Hit crankbait from, or sorry, the Hellboy crankbait from Bass Hit. This weighs in at 1/2 ounce. This is a shallow diver, going to dive 0 to 3 foot. It's got that L-shaped lip, so it's going to come through grass really nice. We've got some Biospawn plasma tails. It's a 10-pack of little finesse worms in the fluorescent shad color. And then we've got a 1/2 ounce black bucktail hair jig here for you guys as well. So again, to participate in that giveaway, you do need to be within the U.S. for me to ship it to you, because shipping rates are crazy. So you guys have to be within the U.S., be subscribed to the channel. Again, leave a like and a comment down below. And I will randomly pick one of those comments on August 21st when I upload my next video to be the winner. If you could share this out with as many people as possible. New subscribers will be eligible as well. So as we continue to grow this community, we'll be able to continue to do more giveaways. Just my way of giving back and saying thank you guys for all the support. I really do truly appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and crack into the Monsterbass bag for the month of July here. Got some interesting baits in here, some stuff we've never had in the bag before. First off the top here, we've got a Big Bite Baits Tour Series swim jig. I definitely love a swim jig, especially this time of year in the summer. Really hard to beat. This is a 1/2 ounce in green pumpkin. So again, a tried and true color. This is built on a Gamakatsu hook. I've used a lot of products from Big Bite Baits, but I've never used one of their swim jigs. So it should be interesting. This has got a wire-tied skirt there, a little copper wire. Decent weed guard. And just that standard triangle size head that's going to kind of just push and come through grass real nicely. Pretty standard, no frills or anything. It's kind of a short, stout style hook. Nice wire keeper there. It feels like it's got a double keeper there. Or just, I think that wire is kind of pressing up toward the top. So if you push that in deep enough, you do kind of have a double keeper in a way there. And next up, something that you could easily pair with that swim jig. We've got a 4-inch Yamakra from Yamamoto Baits. Looks like a green pumpkin with green and blue flake. I don't know if it actually specifies the color name on here. I was trying to take a look. Oh, there it is. Call it Greeny Weenie. Yeah, the green pumpkin with a green and blue flake. This is a 6-pack. On the back, you can see that flake in there coming across a little bit more. Nice big claws here. Does have a ridge on that end, which is going to catch water. These are going to be kind of your more boisterous, big flapping type craws there. Next up, small American-made company here. We've got the Bradley's Ribbon Tail. This is a nice ribbon tail style worm, which is a great one to throw in the summer. I really do like a ribbon tail this time of year, and particularly really the one time of year that you'll definitely see me throw a ribbon tail. Just that additional secondary action and movement. Obviously, the water is a lot warmer, so the fish are more active. The things in the water are more active, and this helps mimic that additional secondary action with the way that ribbon will flow through the water. They're called this color Midnight Glow. Looks like it's basically a black and blue flake. see it here. This looks to be probably like a 7 to 8 inch, ribbon tail here. So it's probably like an 8 inch ribbon tail. Doesn't specify on there, but I'm gonna say it's about an 8 inch ribbon tail. This is a 5 pack, I believe. Yep, veteran-owned company, Bradley's Custom Baits. Something else that you could pair with that swim jig if you wanted more of a paddle tail style. We have gotten these before. It is kind of a unique colorway, so I do really like these from Bruiser Baits. It's their paddle tail. They call the Slimmer Swimmer. This is a 5 pack, and the color they call Houdini. It's a nice kind of maybe like a smallmouth imitation, or um, there's a lot of things this could imitate in the water, but it's got that nice brown top with the red flake, pearl and black flake on the bottom. I don't think it's a kind of root beer float style. Not a color that I think you see a whole lot in soft plastics. Maybe a custom color, but I don't think a lot of brands have like a regular production of this color that you kind of see on the wall. So change of pace with this color here if you're trying to, match the hatch with something that looks a lot like that. Next up, something we have had in the bag before, but I know a lot of people were requesting to have it back. Something I don't think I gave enough of a chance. It definitely has a very unique action. This is the Live Target Ultimate Frog. It's got these legs on the back that will kind of kick and move as it's pulled through the water. It definitely has a very lifelike action to it. It is kind of built around this kind of harder body with these soft legs. Got this one single hook in the back. Now, this is a different color than I had the last time. Um, that specifies the color name on here. Okay, I guess they're calling it just tan beige, which it does have that tan beige body. That other one I had was more of a green color. This weighs 3/4 of an ounce, 2 inch. Again, in the summertime, really hard to beat a frog bite. It's one of the best bites that you can get on, period, in my opinion. So we'll definitely take this up north. Usually in the springtime, the pads are starting to come out, and looks like the vegetation was coming up a bit late this year. But I know by the time we get up there here now, the end of August, there should be plenty of vegetation. So throwing this around the reeds and the pads, um, guarantee we're going to be able to get some blow ups on that. Down to our last couple items here for the month of July. We've got the new tournament series Blade Burner spinnerbait from Monsterbass. I've purchased a few of these as well to throw. I really do like the Blade Burner spinnerbaits. I think they're really quality components at a great price range. I've caught a lot of fish on them, all different styles: Colorado, Indiana blades, willow blades. They got a lot of different configurations. With this new tournament series, they've made a few little upgrades here. They've got some new colorways. This is the Morning Dawn color, which they've kind of made a little bit of a change on that colorway. So we've got more of a two-tone head with this pink and purple, where it was kind of just a pink with some like white crackle in there before. And then it was kind of a more kind of medium bubblegum pink skirt, where this has got kind of a more subtle purple and pink, kind of a translucent white. So I think the way that's going to look in the water when the light hits it, it's going to be a little bit more subtle, maybe pick up a little bit more flash and uh, stuff from the sun with that translucent white. Skirts, well, those strands aren't separated all the way, and I was getting caught up on the hook. We've got the nice Monsterbass logo printed on those blades, and how you'll know it's the tournament series versus the standard blade burners. They've got that new blue line keeper there. This has got a 5/0 Mustad hook, double trailer keeper there, hand tied skirts. So these are going to be quality. These aren't going to be falling apart. These are going to skirts are going to stay on there. But spinner bait still catches fish. Old classic. Um, Honestly, there's not a time of year or a place where you really can't throw a spinner bait. It's definitely a big confidence bait of mine. Between the spinning blades, the pulsing skirt, there's a lot of different action that you can get off this. You can fish it high in the column, low in the column, roll it slow, burn it. So many different ways that you can fish this. It's really hard to beat a spinner bait, in my opinion. And last but not least, some hooks to go with these soft plastics. We've got some 4/0 standard round bend worm hooks and a 5-pack from Kona Fishing. These are designed in the U.S., Japanese materials, and made in China. Of course, last but not least, we've got our excellent guidebook here. It's going to give us all the tips and tricks, rigging options, things we need on the water to help us maximize our potential with these baits. So that's the bag for the month of July. Again, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Which of these was your favorite? Which one so you'll be tying on first? Let me know. I always love hearing from you guys in the comments. Again, thank you so much for all your support. I know I've been away for a while, but we're coming back here. I've got some more content already lined up for you over the next couple weeks here. So, again, thank you guys so much for the support. I truly appreciate it. Make sure you get in on that giveaway. And I've got another video coming out on Friday, August the 21st, where we'll be giving that away and going over the upcoming Monster Bass bag here for the month of August. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to watch the video, and I will see you all on the next one.